What is up, everyone? What is up? How are you guys doing today, man? You already should know how it go. It's me, B, back with another video. Guys, so today, number one, what's up, chat? There is going to be a recap that we're going to be going through today of results from last week, phone flipping results, especially from people that are just like you, just getting started, and also some people that started with some good startup money, okay? Yesterday, I had a great question, basically. If I have 10K, how do I start phone flipping? Well, I know that's not a realistic approach for everyone, right? As we all don't have 10K to start phone flipping, but I do want to make this very clear. Phone flipping does not or is not defined by how much you start with. And no, I'm not going to be that person. I need another charger for my phone. I'm not going to be that person to try and tell you that you don't need any money to phone flip. That's not true, right? But I will tell you this. At the end of the day, when it comes to phone flipping, it's not about just money, okay? It's not about just money. It's also about making sure that you understand the value of flipping money. The value of flipping money is important. Why? Well, because when you're flipping money, right, that will teach you not only how to appreciate the money, but it will also teach you how much money should, and I hope, is working for you. All right, just unbox this just to let y'all know this is how it comes. So this is a product that we sell. This actually is an OG product, a product that I've been selling since like 2019. Same packaging, same everything. I am taking this out of my inventory because I don't really need to sell it with that packaging. I don't like the packaging. I think this is a perfect time just for me to talk about the fact that packaging matters. When you're looking at this, you don't look at a product that gives you luxury. Back in the day, the reason they put products in this type of packaging was to mimic phone stores, to make it seem as if this device could be sitting in a T-Mobile or AT&T or even a Sprint at the time. It has a bunch of information. It tells you the cable is 1.5 meters. It tells you exactly what type of model it hooks up to. Then it has high speed right here. Then it has more verbiage and pictures right here. It has the same thing on this side. Like, when you're looking at packaging as a reseller, I want you guys to emphasize to your distributor that you want a minimalistic approach. The reason you want a minimalistic approach is because people don't look at products anymore to learn. They rather research to learn. They look at products and want to feel like they're getting something, a bang for their buck, something that they can equate to the risk or the investment that they're putting out. But anyway, let's get into what I want to talk about, because I know I can talk forever. When it comes to, I really want to take my face off, but I don't want to actually. I'm going to try to do this then. No, it's not going to work. I'll put me right here. All right, so by hustlers for hustlers, turn consistency into income. Let's talk about some results. Now, the reason I'm telling you guys these results is because I want you guys to know you could actually do this yourself. This has nothing to do with me, right? Now, what viewers will get. So what we're going to talk about today is real student results, real deals closed, real eBay sales, what's working right now, community benefits, and then a recap, okay? If you are someone out there that has worked with me, see, I'm going to have to keep moving this because there's a bunch of literature and different things, different places. If you're somebody that has worked with me, you know how important it is to me that you are self-motivating or self-motivated, but at the same time, I'll give you motivation, especially in my communities. I don't really talk too much about them due to the fact that I feel like a community shouldn't be pushed on individuals. The only reason why I feel like that is because if I have a community and a mentorship, what's up, Mindset? What's up, Mike? How are you? I feel like thank you for all the likes. I appreciate you. You already know I appreciate when you come through, man. I really do. I think the biggest point when it comes to building, growing, and most importantly, profiting is not being pushed to do something. Because back in the day when I started probably 3 years ago with my communities, I have a bunch, I used to push people to try and be better. You can't make nobody be better. You can't make someone that doesn't have the motivation motivated, right? So what my approach is when it comes to Hustler365 is for people that want to build consistency with their reselling business and their phone flipping business to be able to do that. Thank you for the gift, Mike. Thank you. I appreciate you. For people to be able to be self-motivated, but also get motivation from other hustlers too, right? I'm motivated to get on this live right now. I'm motivated to do this work. I'm motivated to get up at 5 a.m. and prep and make sure, even if I get one viewer on YouTube or one viewer on TikTok, that I hold myself to a standard. I have something to talk about that makes sense. I hold myself accountable because you know when you're in those small rooms that you're eventually going to be able to be or get the chance to open doors to be in a bigger room. Same thing when it comes to selling, reselling, phone flipping. If you can close that one phone deal, you'll be able to actually close multiple. But it, again, all has to do with you having that mindset of, all right, even though I'm not seeing the results I want, I'm going to invest like I am. Now, I'm not saying to spend a bunch of money on products, but this community, straight out, right, $27. Reason I put that price point, $27, I think gives people enough in the game for them to at least care. I used to do free communities until I realized that people don't appreciate free things. And this is a hard lesson I had to learn my dang self, is people will never appreciate you if you don't. I'll say this. People won't appreciate you if you depreciate your business. People won't appreciate you if you don't hold yourself accountable, hold yourself on a standard, and abide by what you say. Right? I'm not giving no free stuff away. I'm not, well, I am, but it comes with something. I used to just give things away. I used to actually, to people that go in my community, give them resellers kits and stuff to help them get started. But you know what happened? The more I gave to people, the less they actually did. I remember phone flipping. I used to give phone flipping courses away like candy. And I used to give it away to people that needed it. People that wanted bread. People that wanted to become better. People that wanted to get money. I used to do that. But now at this point, I start realizing that I appreciate the shared mindset, Mike. I appreciate it. I started realizing that the people that really want it, they're going to come. They're going to actually check. They're going to be tedious. They're going to also have something. It's a hustle. It's a hustle. They're going to have something about them. Okay. All right. So getting access to the course, the community will get you access to all of my courses and everything else, including my phone flipper buyer's price list, right? So you're getting a price list plus a mentorship on every single deal. So imagine this, right? You're a phone flipper trying to start getting into phone flipping and you're looking for buyers. Well, I have a buyer's price list with 50 buyers that you get for $27. $27, right? So you're going to pay $27 a month. You instantly get access to 50 wholesale buyers that you can now sell those devices to that you buy. Not just that, you're also going to be able to give me a call whenever you want. I'll be able to coach you. I'll be able to go and look at your deals. Hey, B, I'm thinking about getting this iPhone 14. Do you think this is a good deal? No, tweak this, do that, say this, say that. These are the benefits of paying for a community that actually has somebody that isn't worried about sending you messages on a board. That's one thing I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about, hey guys, good morning. This is a reminder to go ahead and put in your socks. Hey guys, this is a reminder. No, I'm more so book a call with me so I can actually talk to you about what you're going through. I'm more so, all right, guys, I put out a new course in the community. Take advantage of it as you can. I'm more so, hey, if you need me, hit the help desk up. Make sure that you guys are letting me know what problems, what objections, what issues you're having so that I can give you the advice that I had to learn, or so I can tell you the steps not to take that I took. I'm more so personalized than me just being general. I think a community, I think a course, I think anything should come with a connection and a personal one. Not too personal, because I understand when you're scaling, it can't get too personal, but to a point to where I understand what your problems are, what your roadblocks on the place to where you want to go sit, so I can help you in any way possible. So in other words, you're basically like a resourcer for beginners. Yes, for beginner. Exactly. So for beginner resellers, which I'm going to get into in a second, Mike, beginner resellers, I'm auditing your eBay account. I'm auditing your Mercari account. I'm looking at your accounts. I'm going on calls with you on Google Meets. You're sharing your screen. You're showing me what your listings look like. This makes more sense than me sitting there giving you fluff, saying, okay, guys, this is how you list 7 products that are selling today. Well, this isn't YouTube, right? This is a course. I mean, a course. This is a community with courses in it. But at the same time, it gotta be curated to you. If the thing isn't going to actually show you how you can succeed, the thing isn't meant for you. Because people sell courses, ebooks, but those are all general. None of them have anything to do with you. And it's crazy how we pay our personal money for regurgitated information that isn't necessarily helping us, right? Anybody nowadays can ask ChatGPT anything, right? So with that approach, in my mind, as a hustler, I understand that, okay, there's different sectors I have to hit that are different now. I can't be too generic because generic information is already out there. I need to make sure I do deep dives to be able to help people more effectively. That's like my biggest thing. And I try to explain that to you guys because to me, my approach on everything is more thorough than promoted, because I understand how it was to be a struggling phone flipper. I understand how it was to get started on Amazon, to get started on eBay. I understand how it is to be like, yo, I need to make some bread. If I don't make no money, I'm done. If I don't make any money or any extra bread, I'm done. My value as a man is decreased, or my value with this household, or me being able to do the things I know other people around me that are connected to me deserve. I need to do this. People are depending on me. I know how it feels to have that, right? So sometimes when you have all that pressure on you, you start panicking and buying stuff. You feel me? I'm going to continue to learn the reselling Amazon classes and utilize and build. Yup. Bro, tap in with me. I'm here for you. Of course, it don't got to be too personal, like you said. No, yeah. And what I mean by that, and I want to make that very clear, is when it comes to being personal, guys, what I realize is being personal is great. But y'all got to understand the type of person I am. My personal is, if you tell me you want to do something, in my head, I remember you want to. Mike says, hey, Brandon, I want to sell 30 units this month. In my head, I'm not going to forget it. I'm not going to forget it, Mike, right? So what happens, and this is where I have to dial myself back because everybody's not like me, right? So when I say not personal, I don't want to push people past where they actually can go. Not saying Mike couldn't go there, but I'm saying I earned a position because I was always trying to like be better, right? But not everybody's like that, and that's okay. What I realized is if Mike tells me he wants to sell 30 units, me being personal, I want Mike to succeed. So I'm going to hit Mike up probably every other day. Yo, bro, how many units? Yo, bro, and to some people that have a different mindset than me, that would be someone pushing you too hard, or that would be someone bullying you, not harassing. Nobody has ever told me bullying or harassing. I'm just giving examples. That's just what may be overwhelming to someone, right? And I think that everybody has to grow on a level that they are capable of understanding. Not everybody can go to different levels with you. You know what I mean? So prime example, this student number 1, he made $980. To some people, that's a great amount of money. To this student, this was a great amount of money. Now, I also have to be honest. He didn't really make $980, right? And I have to actually break this down to my students and let them know, yo, bro, I'm glad. What's up, Ben Woods? What's up? What's up? I appreciate that you have took this step of making 980. But let's actually sit down and go through the numbers and see how much you actually made. See, the reason I want to do that is not because student number one isn't progressing, but because what student number one has to understand, the only way to make more money than 980 is you got to do more. You got to do better. You know, what I realized when it comes to having a successful mindset is when you hit a milestone, you can never be content. You can't sit there. You can't be, oh my God, yay, I made this. You can't do that because you get so stuck in where you're at and to lose focus on where you're trying to go, right? We want to get that to 10K. We want to get that to 10K. And realistically, it cannot get there with just student number one. Student number one now needs to be able to do this and do it effectively to the point to where he can teach someone else around him so they can make 980. And then they teach somebody else. And I'm not talking about a pyramid scheme, but I'm saying the way that you build is by delegating tasks and also understanding that you can't do it alone. People that think they can build businesses alone fail 100%. And the reason why, and what I'm saying businesses though, I want to make this clear. I'm talking about businesses that rely on physical interaction, physical products, physical things, require physical bodies, and you can't be there all the time. Now, online selling is a bit different. If you're selling on Amazon, you can do this by yourself. But at a certain point, you might want to do Amazon FBA. Maybe not too soon, though, because they'll take your percentages. You'll start understanding your profit margins are not making sense, and you'll digress. You may lose money, right? There's a difference between understanding where you're at in business, but also understanding where you're at mentally. That is where people are failing. That is where influencers are not being honest, is that everyone does not have the same mindset, the same motivation, and also the same why, which is the reason I say you don't want to get too personal. Because when you get too personal, you actually can hurt people's feelings. You can push somebody too much. But what happens though is you ask the person, and this is what I do with my community, which we'll go through. What do you want from me? What are you looking from me to give to you? Everybody joins the community for a different reason. Some people join the community, why? Because they want to feel a part of something. Some people join communities because they need motivation. They need to see other people succeeding. And some people join communities because they understand sometimes they have to be reminded that they are not good enough. See, I wake up every day, I can already assess myself and where I'm at that I'm not good enough. But not everybody else, because we get caught up in bills. We get caught up in family. We get caught up in so many different things that can finesse us into believing that what we're doing is enough. And that's where we start to become comfortable and fail. Now, student number one, wait, let me read what Mike said, but I wanna learn to take my skills of charisma and turn it into sales and marketing. Absolutely. Charisma is one of the best tools that you can have. And it just so happens that when it comes to sales, I would definitely say that I am very polished in that. I, at the age of like 19, was doing door-to-door sales for a store that I partnered with, and I learned the law of averages. I learned the 4 factors of impulse. I learned how to override objections. I learned exactly everything I needed to become well-equipped to sell, right? So I know how to be a chameleon when it comes to selling. I understand that there's different things that you need to do when you're having a conversation with somebody to convert them. You know, it's really different when you hear someone talk. You can hear someone talk and you can see if what they're talking about, one, they're passionate about, but also if they're knowledgeable about it, right? The way I talk can change depending on different situations, different places, and different circumstances, right? But also depending on what objective I'm trying to get. That is one of the marks of a great salesman, is the salesman has to understand, what am I trying to do? Every day on this board right here, I write goals. And when I write goals, I now have to gear my mindset towards what my goal is for that day, right? But as a salesman, in that charisma, you have to now use that charisma as a tool to push that goal into fruition. So I want to make 10 sales. Well, here's the difference between a good salesman and a regular one. Okay, I'm listing on eBay and Amazon. I ain't getting out one dang sale. Well, let me go ahead and post this up on Facebook. And when I get that message, is this still available? I'm going to use my charisma. Hey, man, don't send me that generic message. Listen, this is definitely available. When do you need it? Let's get to, like, you have to be able to be personal with some people, understand how they respond, and then take it from there and then build. When it comes to phone flipping, very easy. You have to understand you are the person that has the leverage, right? So I have the money, you have the phone. The difference is the person that has the phone usually thinks they have the leverage. You can't buy a double cheeseburger, medium fry, and a orange high C with a device, right? But you can buy it with money. You also can't pay the bills with the light. You can't pay a light bill with the iPhone 13, right? It has to get sold. Therefore, understanding that you have the leverage phone flipping is how you actually progress and start closing deals. So you stop being eager and stop thinking that you are someone that needs to beg, and you start demanding. You start understanding that the more you speak, the less you actually earn. So as a phone flipper, it's like, yo, hey, how you doing, man? I see that you got an iPhone 15 Pro. 120. Oh yeah, for iPhone 15 Pro 128 unlocked, I could do 300. I ain't asked how your kids is. I ain't asked how you doing today. I didn't ask any of that. But if somebody walked into a store, walked into my phone store, let's say, right? Person walked into the phone store. Hey, Brandon, my phone broke. I need to get it fixed. What phone is it? It's an iPhone 13. iPhone 13? Yeah. Why you got an iPhone 13? What you mean? An iPhone 13? I got the 14 for you. No, I don't got enough for, I don't, wait, before you say you don't got enough, I'm not trying to push you to it. I'm just saying I have a 14 that I can actually give you today if you actually can pay. Let me see. Let me see how much it is. You want me to check real quick? Person came in to get their phone repaired. They came in to get their phone repaired. But it's a way of, okay, I know I want to sell this phone. I'm going to look at this person with this problem, and I'm going to take that problem they have, and I'm going to relate and connect it with what my goal is. Because a great salesman understands I only reach my goal if my customers feel satisfied. So the person goes, they come to the counter, like I'll say, if you give me that 13, because I know that 13, I probably can sell it for 300, right? To a consumer, a regular person. I know the 14 probably cost me $250 to get. So if I sell this to them, I need to make sure I get, of course, a little bit more money. But if they trade me that 13, I can get $300 in that in profit. Plus for the 14, since I paid $250, I already made $50 profit, but I still want to make more. So what I can do for this person, I say, all right, what does a typical person feel is cheap? What does a typical person feel isn't a lot of money? Well, give you guys a tip. A lot of people think numbers with the number 7 seem appealing to consumers, right? So I wouldn't use that in this situation. Instead, what I would do is I would go in the 50s, which means I would do 150 or 250 or 350, right? But I know for a fact this person is looking for a device. Hey, listen, I'll do it for 150. 150 for a 14? Yeah, 150 for a 14. You trade in that 13. I was selling it for 450, but listen, trading the 13, I'm gonna find somebody to buy it. I probably could sell it for like 200, and then I give you this for 150. Yeah, let's just do that. You paying cash, credit. That's it. That's it. Right? Selling is understanding what you want and how you can connect it to that person. That's negotiation. Okay? Listen to someone and find the most relatable moment. Exactly. And see, what I teach my students is FORD. Family, occupation, relation, dream. When you use that structure, you can actually always have a conversation with someone and keep repeating. So, hey, how you doing? How's the family? Like what I do, I see a random person. I say, listen, you come from a big family, don't you? Or if I see a random person walk into a store, I'm like, how the family doing? People love to talk about their family. Now, people that don't have family or people that aren't really family oriented, they'll still say something. They'll lie. Family's good. Oh, okay. Remember, Ford is family, occupation, relation, dream, right? So we talked about the family. They said, family's good. Oh, okay, cool. You just got off of work? You just got off of work? No, I don't have a job. You don't have a job? Why not? Wait, are you looking, or what? You about to get hired? You doing interviews? Where you looking? Nah, I'm in college. Oh, all right, cool. What college you go to? You see that? Oh, I go to Dell State. Oh, all right, cool. I was just at a Dell State game. You know something? The band is very thin, which means they don't have a lot of people, right? And a person may say, okay, they're closing, right? So family, occupation. So I asked about the job, relation, right? So yeah. Wait, do you let me ask you this. Do you go to school on campus or you commute? I go to school on campus. Oh, all right. So what's the scene? How are people on the campus? Are they nice? I heard it was a really good campus. It's hard because I'm playing both people. Campus is nice. Oh, okay. Occupation, relation, family, occupation, relation, dream. You ready? So now we're at the dream part. All right, cool. Let me ask you a question. So when it came to this phone that you have, right? What phone did you actually want? Because I know this wasn't the one. Well, why you say that? Because it's just a little outdated. I ain't trying to say you're outdated, but it's a little outdated. Why haven't you upgraded? Well, I don't have the money. What do you mean you don't have the money? You don't know all the promotions they be having? What you mean? The promotion? Like, they emailed you the promotion. They didn't email me no promotion. They did email you the promotion, but I promise you they emailed. If they don't, listen, they emailed you the promotion, but I got your back like a broad strap. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to help you. Let me let you know about this promotion, or let me let you know about this service. Like, there's so many ways that you can actually start selling by literally utilizing that family, occupation, relation, dream. And then look at how it ties back in it. Yeah, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you, bro. I got you. Look at how I'm about to start it again. But before I show you the promotions, you have anybody else that you want to put on your plan, or you have anybody else that may want this charger, or you have anybody else, because if you have someone else in your family, then what I can do is I can do a buy one, get two free. You got any brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts? I got a mom. I mean, she might want it for Christmas. All right, cool. Listen, we're going to hook moms up. All right. What she do? Family, occupation. She works at Walmart. Oh, all right. She work at Walmart? Yeah. Oh, I got a sister that just, she actually got fired. She got caught using the company discount. Just make something up. She got caught giving her company discount to somebody, and they ain't like it, so they fired her. Damn, yeah. So occupation, family, occupation, relation, which was like with relations, and then dream. Yeah. Like, all my fellas, if you out there trying to talk to a girl, or my women, if you out there trying to talk to a guy, family, occupation, relation, dream. This is a way to always be able to have a communication set up to talk to people in general. To all of my people that are struggling to just have conversations. But these are like little tips and tricks that you would learn in the community, plus more. All right. Yeah, relations, exactly, like relations. So some people, you want to talk about the relationships. Some people, you try to want to talk about siblings or something like that, or like talk about, do they have any type of experience with different, you don't want to go too deep sometimes. It depends, because older ladies, they ain't trying to talk too much. So you got to be a chameleon with it, man. It's easy, man. It's selling stuff is easy, and that's one thing I got to hold myself accountable on. Because I will say that that's one thing I have not been doing well, is I don't really, where did I put I don't teach too much sales content. I don't. And that's something I got to start doing, is teaching more sales, because there's a lot that people can learn from the sales. Good service is pretty much personal. I'm a personal guy. So this is something I got to work on. Yeah. Because see, when you get too personal, right? When you get too personal, what happens is it turns people off. Sometimes, depending on who they are. Like, you'll have a situation where you'll be talking to somebody and you're too personal, like, and you're rubbing them wrong. And like in Philly, I'll give you a really good example. A lot of people in Philly are not personable. Philly isn't one of those places that you can network. It's not a networking city. It's not. And what I mean by that is, yeah, you can network with some people, but you have other places where you can network with everybody. You go to Starbucks, you got people that are trying to do something with their lives, and they're really open to having dialogue with a bunch of different individuals, right? And it's not that type of place, so you have to dissect who you're talking to. You know what I mean? And you also have in Philly certain people that don't necessarily understand how to communicate. And communication is a key when it comes to just dealing with people in general, but it's different types. And you really have to be able to, you got to be able to just mimic what others are giving you at times. All right. I'm gonna start this over, y'all, because I definitely got off track. All right. So all right. We're going to start the slide again because I actually need to chop this up. I got to chop this up and put this up on another channel. By hustlers, for hustlers. Turn consistency into income, guys. Join the Hustler reselling community. The link is in the description, okay? So we're going to talk about real student results, real deal close, real eBay sales, what's working right now, and community benefits, okay? Now, getting access to the community, you're going to get access to the phone flipping buyers prices. All community members get access to 50 phone flipping buyers. You're also going to get access to me, being able to help you when it comes to you getting these deals done. If you're stuck on a deal, you need help with the opening, you need help with the close. Number one, you always want to assume the sale, right? But if you need help with any of the structures or how to actually make the offer, I have you. I got you. You get unlimited calls. You literally in this community will get unlimited calls. There's no restrictions. Like if I have access on my calendar, I got you, okay? And this is all for $27. Not just that, you also get my phone flipping course, you get my reselling course, you get my reselling guides. I have a bunch of guides and I'm gonna go over it right here on the screen. Mike, definitely tap into my YouTube, Educated Hustler as well. All right. Now, we're going to talk about some phone flipping wins, okay? iPhone 15 Pro 128 unlocked $450, iPhone 14 256 locked $150, iPhone 11 256 gigabytes locked $50, iPhone 13 Pro Max 256 $330. And Mike, the community is in the link as well. And also, my YouTube is in my link and the TikTok bio. So this person made $980, okay? So, person made $980. That's good, but it's not good enough. So we can't get content, especially when you're phone flipping, because you have to actually think about how much you're making. Now, when I first started phone flipping, I thought I was rich because what happened was I was making a lot of money, but I wasn't, right? Because what you do is you look at what you're flipping. So the iPhone 15 Pro cost this person, I'm sure, around $360, right? The iPhone 14 probably cost this person $120, right? So $120. The iPhone 11, you can get that cheap nowadays. So I would say that this person got it probably for $100 and they got paid $50. So they lost. Then the iPhone 13 Pro Max 256, you probably paying around $300, $280, right? So $860 is probably my estimate of what this person paid, but they got $980 back from a buyer. They made $120. That is how phone flipping works. You do not make a bunch of money phone flipping when you're doing it yourself, okay? Oh, yeah, definitely, for sure. For sure, man. So next, I don't know why TikTok just it keeps restricting my live because I'm talking about my business. It's crazy. All right. Next, right? Whoa, I don't have no control over the calculator. Okay. So the iPhone 14 Pro Max 128, $360 they got. The iPhone 15 Pro 512, they got $480. The iPhone 13 $190. The iPhone 16 Pro 256, $510. Now, they made $1,500, so to be exact, $1,540. That's not bad. But let's talk about how much they probably spent. Now, I don't ask people how much they spend on devices. I feel like that's evasive and also a conflict of interest because I buy phones myself. So, like, I try to keep, I don't want to make people feel like they're doing bad deals. You know what I mean? I don't. And that's why I don't really ask them how much they actually spent unless they are, asking me a question, They're probably, for the iPhone 14 Pro Max, you're definitely paying like $320. 15 Pro, $400. 13s, you can get them for like $120 if you know what you're doing. 16 Pro, I definitely would say $450. Person probably paid $1,290. Made $1,540, $250 profit. That's what cracks me up about people that will go on the internet and be like, yo, I just made $2,000 phone flipping. No, you didn't, bro. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you did not. That's not how phone flipping works. Phone flipping works where you're flipping your money. It's not you getting rich quick, okay? It's all about flipping your money, and then you want to try and get other people to help you. iPhone 17, 256, $475. And I'm trying to remember why. Let me see something. Oh, because it's a locked one. So an iPhone 17 model is not that expensive, and we'll go over the price list if you guys want as well. But the iPhone 17 isn't a lucrative device, okay? It's not at all. So they probably paid, I probably would say for iPhone 17, now you're paying like $400, if that. $450 is what I honestly would say, but we're going to say $400 because I'm sure this person, because I know who this person is. He's a good negotiator. The iPhone 16, 256, I would say they probably paid $400. And I know you're like, how you pay the same for a 16 and a 17? That's exactly how it works. Okay. If you can try and get a 16 at $350, but the $350 range is for the 15s. So it's like, it's really difficult. It's so many phones bunched up together when it comes to value. So that's where people are, getting a little confused. Let me get off of here real quick because TikTok keep restricting me. I don't like that. All right. iPhone 16 Pro Max 256. Now that right there, you're paying around $500 for. Okay. And then for the 13 Pro Max 512, you're paying $200 because it's a 512, right? So they pay around $1,500 minus that with that $1,835. They came out with like $335. Okay. Now, again, my students, I tell them all the time, that's not good enough. And I want you guys to remember, I don't never touch these phones. These phones are being sent directly to a buyer because when you join the community, you're getting access to the price list and also to me where I can actually help you and assist you way more than if you were not in the community, right? The community, which we'll go over in a little bit, I'm going to walk you through exactly what the community looks like, okay? Now, student number 4, the iPhone 13 Pro, $320, iPhone 15 Pro, $256, $395. The iPhone 15 locked, $250, iPhone 16, $200. 16E, $200. Okay. Now, if I was telling you guys how much they probably made for the 13 Pro, you're paying anywhere between like $250, $265 because it is a Pro, right? So $265, I would say. And then you got the iPhone 15 Pro, you're paying anywhere between like $365, but I would say $350 to be safe. The iPhone 15, you're paying anywhere between $190 to $200. We're going to say $200. The iPhone 16e, one of the worst phones to buy, but this person bought a 512. That I would say you're paying around $190 for. I don't think this person made a lot of money off of this 16e. Therefore, I would say this person spent around $1,005. Subtract that by the $1,165. And that means the person came out with a $160 profit. Now, I wanted to show you guys exactly what it looks like when you're phone flipping because it does not look pretty. especially when you're first starting. And I tell my students, this is why you join the community, because it's not about it looking pretty. It's not about you feeling like you're making $1,000. You're not. You're not good enough. You're not doing what you need to do. So we're going to revamp and we're going to reorganize and we're going to set metrics. I love failing. The reason I love failing is because when you fail, you get to actually see what you can do better. When you are not making enough money, you actually should get excited because it gives you an opportunity to take your ass to Target, take your ass to Walmart, go get you a whiteboard, put that whiteboard on the wall and start mapping out exactly how you're going to get to where you want to go. That's the difference between them and us. They write in books, we write on boards. We make sure that we see and hold ourselves accountable. We make sure that if we fail, we're going to get our asses up and figure out what we need to do to hold ourselves accountable. Not everybody's like that. Therefore, you have to understand you got to break that habit. It took me a long time to understand I need to write down what I got to do. It took me a long time for that, for me to hold myself accountable, not because I'm just some guru and I'm just great. I'm no guru. I'm no rich man. I'm none of that. I'm just somebody that understands how to get it done because I have not got it done at times. And I hold myself accountable. Okay. Holding yourself accountable is important. All right. Where we at? Student number 5, iPhone 17 Pro, $256, $920. iPhone 17 Air, $256, $620. iPhone 17 Pro, $512, $1,355. iPhone 16, $256, $630. Now, I want to make this very clear. Okay, I want to make this very, very crystal clear. When it comes to us building and growing, right? We need to understand that buying the 17s is not a necessity, okay? Buying the newest phone is not a necessity. Why? Because joining the followers or whatever you want to call them that are trying to buy the newest devices is just going to leave you broke. Trying to be one of those people that are flaunting the boxes of the iPhone 17s is just going to leave you broke. How do I know? Because I've done it. I've tried to be that way. I've tried to follow people. I've tried to put myself in those situations and I lost money every single time. I tried to be that guy with the newest thing. Lost every single time. All right. Buy phones you can afford. Okay. Now the iPhone 17 Pro Max, $1,355. That's too much money to kick out for a phone. The iPhone 16, $630. Now what I mean by it's too much for them to kick out for this phone, because if we look at how much they probably paid, right? The iPhone 16 Pro, $500. Not that expensive. They came out with a freaking steal. The buyer must have really wanted this phone. iPhone 17 Air, you're looking at, that's a good profit as well, because you're looking at around like $530. For the iPhone 17 Pro Max though, you're looking at around $1,250 this person probably spent. Now, I want to make this very clear. The 1,000, oh man. The 1,000, I think it's like 1,250 they probably spent. I just brought one, I wouldn't recommend it. And I think, and the iPhone 16 for sure, they got a really good deal. But I think this 16, if I'm remembering the right person, this person sold their own 16. So they didn't pay anything for it. I think they sold their own. So that's $3,080, but they made back from the buyer good, because I think what this person did was they liquidated their own inventory, which means you're selling your own device, okay? Now, resellers, right? We help the resellers in different ways, okay? Now, phone flippers, obviously, you get the phone call, you get the buyer's price list. You're also given that access to where I can help you with negotiation. We can literally have calls, and I'm gonna show you guys how to book calls in the community every single Monday morning. And I'll literally go on your offer up with you. You'll go on Google Meets with me, you'll share your screen, and we can just do offers together. These are things, phone flippers, you want to take advantage of in the community. Now, when it comes to resellers, you want to use the guides, you want to use the courses, you want to use the book calls, you want to use the replays. Now, I have calls with people, private and also public, and I record them. Now, when people get calls with me, I put them on our community so you can learn the questions that they actually had, you may have, so you can learn from them. How do I get them banned from eBay? Why is my eBay listing being taken down? Why am I getting a copyright violation? Why this? Why that? Well, watch the replays and you can get access to literally figuring out from somebody that has already had to. Okay. Now the book calls, resellers, of course you get book calls. I like to audit accounts, which means I like to look at your Mercari or your eBay and look at your listings and tell you little tips and tricks that I find that you can actually benefit off of. And then when it comes to the courses and guides, I have every course and guide from my website put on this community for you guys to enjoy, okay? This is all $27, okay? Now, again, I wanted to show you guys some of the lowest earners right now in the community, and that's completely fine. We have $547, $679, $423, $1,896, okay? It's not a lot of money, right? It's not a lot of money, but that's not bad. That is good, okay? Now, let's execute together, turn consistency into income. The link is in the description. Now, I do want to make this very clear. Everybody that joins today is going to help me, but I'm also going to help you guys. Everybody that joins today will be getting a free pair of pods. Everyone that clicks that link after they follow this video or find this video or watch it, if you join and pay the $27 to join this community, DM me when you get in. Hey, yo, B, I saw your video. I'm here from the video, and I'm going to get your address, your information. That's only for today. Today is the 19th, okay? Only for today. I'm going to give you a free pair of pods, okay? Just on me. All right, on me. I will ship you a pair of pods. If you're a phone flipper, don't matter. If you're a reseller, it don't matter. I'm going to send you those pods, okay? And I just thought of that out of nowhere, to be honest, okay? Now, let's actually talk about the community. Now, when you go into the community, this is how it looks. Now, what I do want to show you guys, though, I really want to show you guys, how can I do this? I want to show you what it looks like. I want to show you guys, but I don't know if I can do it since I'm signed in. Let me see. Okay, this is how it looks, right? Before you get into the community, this is how it looks. It says, where hustlers turn consistency into income. Now, I want to make this clear on why that's my tagline. Because, see, what I've learned is consistency is the only way that you could actually build execution. Because when you consistently try, you're learning how to fail, but you're learning from your failure, right? Nobody's going to keep banging their head on the wall. But if you bang your head on the wall once, maybe twice, or even 3 times, you're eventually going to find out, I got to stop banging my head. Let me try to break the wall down another way. That's why I like consistency. All right. Now, this isn't another chat or course. It's a daily system for people who flip phones, resell products, and want real repeatable income. I don't like that word. I'm changing it. Inside Hustler365, you'll get direct access to live buyer data. I need glasses, weekly product drops, and network of hustlers who stay active year round. Whether you're just starting or scaling your reselling business, this community gives you what free YouTube videos can't. All right. Accountability, systems, and access, $27. I want to make this very clear. What do I mean by systems? So, you know, I told you I hold people accountable, right? Well, the reason I hold people accountable is because people have to understand that systems actually matter. If you are somebody that is out there living life, writing notes, living life, writing on Google Docs, living life, typing at work, you can literally build a system as well. Because the system is writing. It's writing down what you're going to do in order, holding yourself accountable to it. And if you don't do it, making sure that there is some type of punishment. Yes, I said punish yourself, right? Now in this community, the punishment obviously would be me knowing and saying, all right, man, like, come on, bro, step it up. You feel me? But anyway, the plug list is what you get. Updated weekly access to verified phone flipping buyers. Weekly hustle drops. So get new product plays, strategies, and short training every week to stay ahead of the market. The Vault, binge replays, templates, and bonus guides on phone flipping, sourcing, and scaling. The Hustle Hub connects with other serious resellers, share wins, get advice, and stay accountable daily. The We Supply Inside Plug gets early access to weekly product drops, members only coupon codes, and optional monthly reseller box upgrades. Want to give you guys a hint, and I'm going to tell everybody that joins this community something right now. Black Friday is coming, and this will be the one time Black Friday that I actually am prepared, okay? And that's a whole nother story. I'm putting coupon codes, Black Friday deals instantly in this community first. Now, one thing I do want to make this very clear. I'm not enticing anybody that wants these deals to join the community. Don't. If you want to join the community just to get free pods, don't join. If you want to join the community just to get free discount codes that give you 50% or 25% off, don't. Because it's a waste of your time and it's a waste of your money. I only want hustlers to join. If you're not a hustler, do not join. That's it. If you're not somebody that's a hustler, if you're not a phone flipper that wants to make more money, if you're not a reseller that wants to make more money, don't join. I don't need your money. Like, I don't need the $27. Keep it, because you're going to be more of a problem for me than more of a benefit, right? $27 is for people that have skin in the game. $27 ain't to make me rich, because what this does, remember, you get free book calls. If I have a person that does not know how to be motivated, a person that does not know how to retain information, a person that does not want it as bad as they want to breathe, they'll keep booking calls for no reason. Literally. And I'm telling y'all what I know. They'll book calls. They won't really ask questions. They'll be, hey, Brandon, I need to list 2 products. Can you help me? I got you, bro. Let's do it. All right. What should I put for the title? What do you think? I don't want to think. I swear that's how some people are, okay? Now, when you join the community, this is how it looks. Now, I know people are used to schools, right? And I will one day migrate this to schools. But my thing is, I love WAP because it has a little bit more of a creativity angle that I want. And WAP doesn't have all the apps that this has for me. So yeah, I will eventually, but not yet until they update, which I think they will. So when you get into this community, you can just go to student onboarding. When you go to student onboarding, it gives you step-by-step of what and how to utilize this community. Okay? Step by step. Now I want to make this clear. Finish this challenge. Finish that. When you join, finish this challenge. That's all I'm gonna finish the challenge. And then DM me. Okay? All you gotta do, download one guide from the file section. We're gonna go over that. Say hey in the win or help desk, which the wins basically is the Hustle Hub. All you have to do literally is what they say, and then DM me. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. Next, you get the phone flipping buyer's price list. So you can click this, and then what happens is it takes you right here. You click this, and then the price list pops up. Okay. You click this, and you click that, and then the price list pops up. Okay. Okay. Weekly hustle drop. This is where, again, Black Friday, we're dropping some things, okay? Inside the hub, this is where you're able to get resellers kit discounts, coupon codes, all of that, okay? This right here is where I go live streams, okay? This right here is where you access direct weekly classes. So you can literally go and join a Tuesday class today, right? So you already see I have a class today, November 19th. Wait, no, what the heck? Yeah. Damn, this time is moving fast. November 19th, 8 p.m. to 8:30, I have a class, okay? But look at this. You can go and you can also look and find other classes. Okay? Okay? Next, book free calls. So, what you do, you can go right here, book calls. Let me show you, because I want you guys to see that when I say $27, this honestly, guys, is not about the $27. And that's really the point I'm making. If you go on wesply.com, right, my website, and you go here and you go to book a call, look at how much I want for a call. So number one, for 30 minutes, I don't even know, huh? Why is it not showing me? Or am I tripping? It is showing me. Oh, $50 for 30 minutes, $39 for 15 minutes, for 1 hour, $79. You're getting it for $27 unlimited calls. That's absolutely insane. And here are my hours of where I'm available, because during certain times I'm not available due to my schedule of work, but when I am available, I'm available, okay? Now, then you got the Hustler Hub, then you got leaderboard and wins, then you got the help desk, then you have the automation path where you can do eBay automation, then you have resource guides, and this is where you want to download one of the guides when you first enter. Okay, just download something. We got the eBay appeal script, the eBay playbook, the Macari 5-figure strategy guide, the phone flipper beginner guide, the phone flipper price list, the product listing template, research and sourcing, unbanding guide, and it keeps going on and on. Then you have the community where you can do the start and train and reselling vote. So right here, you got the phone flipping replays. So we can watch a replay from when I was teaching people a walkthrough of phone flipping.
That's what I recommend. Now,
all right, I'm walking people through exactly how to find market value. I'm walking people through their questions. I'm showing people a bunch of things about market value, how to resell on eBay. I'm walking somebody through, and this is 49 minutes. Do you understand? 49 minutes. 49 minutes. This right here was how long? 50 minutes. These are not fluff. 43 minutes. 22 minutes. 51 minutes. Okay? Then you had the resellers vault where you get more. You get guides. So these are going to be guides that give you more and more information. Okay? And you got a lot of these got to load and all of that. But the point is, this is all at the tip of your fingers when it comes to you joining a community. So again, I say this very, very humbly. The $27, I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because I'm trying to build a community of people that actually want it. Suggestions, I'm open for, bro. Like, whatever y'all need, I'm here, bro. 10 toes down. You heard me? I'm here. I'm here. Now, if you want to join the community, the link is below. And also, all you got to do is go to wesply.com and hit private community, and it just pops up. And then hit get access. That's it. Now, I'm looking. I got 20 spots open. I'm looking to fill these 20 spots up by the end of this week, hopefully. If not, it's cool. I'm going to keep grinding. I want to build a community because I don't want to keep charging people individually for products. I rather have people that I can go into next year with and like use what your success is as receipts. Like, I'm gonna be honest, the real reason why I love the community aspect is I get to see receipts. I get to see where people are failing, where people are growing, how I'm helping or how I'm not, and it helps me get better. That's important to me because if I don't continue to monitor and see how I can improve, I start hurting myself because I'm not gaining insight on my own teachings, right? So I want you guys to understand that I care, I do, but I also have to make sure that you guys put some skin in the game so you guys are holding yourselves accountable as well. All right, guys. So that is going to be what we're talking about today. I appreciate everybody for watching. And again, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel and also subscribe to my other channel as well. So everybody on everybody on Educated Hustler, go to Hustler Taught Me, one word, and go ahead.
Man, most people
and subscribe to your boy. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, man. I appreciate you guys, and I am going to see you guys in the next video. Peace.